what's up? Ruby here with a BTN News Break. Coming up tonight, success in a rhino conservation program. Monarto Zoo in Adelaide received a very special visitor this week, a Maasai ranger from Kenya on a mission to learn more about our conservation programs.
It's a long way from the open plains of Kenya to the open plains of Monarto. Maasai ranger Joseph Kitoke has travelled across the globe to come face to face with a white rhino.
I've never been really close to a rhino like this, not unless a dead one.
Mr Kitoke mainly deals with the more aggressive black rhinos at the Rhino Protection Unit he runs in Kenya. But the program is already bearing fruit, with a baby white rhino due at the end of November.
We'll obviously be watching this space and watching with excitement, because every single birth is important when you've got an animal as endangered as a white rhino.
The new calf will be the sixth born at Monarto Zoo. Isadora Bogle, ABC News, Monarto.
More than 40 of Anglicare SA's most skilled disability and mental health support workers have lost their jobs today.
Frontline staff furious after being told they're too expensive.
All the qualified workers have all been made redundant, so good luck.
Even I am upset myself as well. I've been working with Anglicare nearly 7 years.
These workers, some of the most experienced in their fields, were told this morning their current jobs were redundant effective immediately.
They'll have to offer quality service and employ skilled workers, not be de-skilling their workforce.
That's extremely regrettable. But if we didn't make the change now, we'd be losing $2.5 million a year.
The CFS is warning regional property owners to get ready now for the fast approaching fire season.
Mid-North farmer Ian Hampel knows all too well the importance of fire season preparation.
The initial burst over the top that prompted me to change my shirt and get a bit organised.
Careful preparation and a quick response saved the Hampels' home on the day the fire broke out.
Paul Benjamin Wright claims that in early September his daughter bit into a strawberry which contained a needle. He reported to police that the strawberries which he bought from a supermarket in Adelaide's north were contaminated, but following their investigation he was arrested and charged with making a false report and making it appear as though goods were contaminated. The 34-year-old appeared in court without a lawyer and said that he intends to plead not guilty.
South Australia's Country Women's Association hopes a berry boycott is the last thing on shoppers' minds.
The CWA is determined to get the nation's strawberry growers out of a jam, so it's making some. And Linda Terrell is one of the best, I'm told. Linda, how do you make good strawberry jam?
Good strawberry jam, you need nice fresh fruit, and you basically cut up all your fruit, cook it down and then add an equal quantity of sugar to the amount of strawberries you've got. And you can use as little strawberries as you have. You can use less than a kilo of strawberries.
Jenny, why has the CWA decided to do something about the crisis?
Well, the SACWA have got involved because we feel that we can do something to help our market gardeners, but just to make sure that other farming communities get the support from South Australian people. And to make people aware.
Well, this is all looking very sweet, and we'll soon see whether these sorts of efforts can turn around the fortunes of the nation's strawberry growers.
An 11-year-old boy has been rescued after falling up to 15 metres from a cliff face in the Adelaide Hills. The boy was winched to safety by a rescue helicopter this afternoon in the Morialta Conservation Park. Paramedics say he'd been rock climbing with his family in the park when he fell.
He'd got to the top of the climb and then had either slipped or had fallen back.
He's been taken to hospital in a serious but stable condition. Monarto Zoo is celebrating the arrival of a southern white rhino calf.
Zookeepers discovered the rhino calf after Mum Mkwali gave birth overnight on Sunday. The newborn, named Amani, already weighs around 50 kilograms and needs 16 litres of milk from her mum each day. Over the 17-month pregnancy, keepers have been preparing for Amani's arrival by baby-proofing the enclosure.
I think we always think they're going to be smaller than what they are, so we go and fill in all the little gaps and just make sure there's no bits that they could possibly sneak out of, and then they're born and we realise that they probably couldn't get out of anything anyway.
Amani joins Monarto Zoo's herd of 5 southern white adult rhinos. She's the 6th calf born at the zoo, which is part of an international breeding program working to save the endangered species. In Africa, the poaching rate of the wild southern white rhinos exceeds the birth rate. Experts predict if this continues, the species could be extinct in the wild in less than 10 years.
Rhinos dying increase every year, and it's all because of this misconception that rhino horn has got therapeutic values.
It's a blast from the past that's now growing on an international scale.
I love the finesse of it, the excitement, the lights. It's like Las Vegas in a machine.
The top 32 pinball players in the country are in Adelaide this weekend for the city's first national tournament. The tense and high-pressure environment encourages the competitors to take their game very seriously.
Every hundredth of a second counts.
Absolutely. Yeah, you are definitely in your own little world.
To get into the zone, some of the players choose to block out the surrounding distractions to ensure they're on the ball.
I like to wear the headphones and play music from like the 80s.
The event's range of pinball machines worth hundreds of thousands of dollars showcase the history of the game, which became a popular pastime in gaming arcades in the 70s and 80s. 5 years ago, there was close to 500 competitive pinball players in the world. Now there's 30,000. Tournaments like this proving that rather than dying out, pinball is once again hitting the jackpot. Sarah Hancock, ABC News, Adelaide.
A man has been charged with setting fire to a fixed speed camera twice in separate alleged arson attacks.
My friend called the fire department and the flames were about probably, up to my waist.
This camera alone recorded more than 2,200 offences, raising nearly $1.2 million. The motivation behind last night's alleged arson is now a question for the courts. But passing motorists were left scratching their heads.
Yeah, we thought it was pretty crazy because it's and also funny because you can't really light metal on fire.
This is from an industrialised kitchen, and you actually, it's where they make soup or put stuff in, and then you get timpanis.